G'day everybody, Simon here, Explosive Action. We're off on the train to a record fair. So this is the Vic on the Park record fair, which is held at a pub. Quite a few patrons here, early in the morning. Straight into the boxes I spy a few vintage presses, and I've got to say, some of their prices, not so great. This Death album was 400 Australian dollars. And this Megadeth, $315. Testament, 150. I paid half that for mine. And thrown randomly into a rock section of these Cannibal Corpse reissues from Nessie. They're all $100 each. I don't know what the going rate is for these, but they're all brand new. It's just so strange to see them mixed in with Black Flag and Dinosaur Jr. Sepultura Beneath the Remains, original presses. Again, too much money. Another Nessie of Cannibal Corpse. Pretty much all of them are here. Slayer Rain and Blood, one that I need. I'm not paying $250 for it. Metallica Load. A load of shit. Exodus, Bonded by Blood. For how much? That's at least double what they are on Discogs. Stormtroopers of Death, I also need. About 130. It was tempting, but still too much. Death Angel, one that I've got, and I didn't pay anywhere near that. Spitalsk, some German black metal band I've never heard of. But check out this one. Savage with Hyperactive. Never seen this at a market before. Random black metal with no name, and 3 copies of it. Compilations in this bin. We've got Metal Mania. I don't know what Petra is, but it looks prog rock to me. But check this one out. Black Death Resurrected. Not sure if this is a new album or old material, but cool to see. Saga. Pretty sure that's Gehenna, but not the Gehenna I know. I like this live and heavy cover. Compilations have great art, but that's got UFO on it, so not really heavy. I think this band's called Terrorama. They're a death thrash band out on Nuclear War Now. Iron Horse has got a cool cover, but I think this is sort of prog rock, not so much metal. Axe, I see this at every market. Motorhead. Verity I've never seen, but it looks a little bit on the light side. Don't think I'm going to be getting thrash with that one. Bit of Alice Cooper. Styx! And 4 copies of the same damn Crocus. A lot of dad rock mixed in here, and yet more Axe albums. And more bloody Crocus! Check out this Doctor Who sound effects album. Wasn't sure if this was an original or not, but I think it seems some kind of reissue for Record Store Day. They've kept the aesthetic of the original. This guy had Live Undead original press. The price on this wasn't too bad considering what it is. Napalm Death Suffer the Children, 75 for a single's a bit rich. Gothic Slam, this piece of thrash nearly came home with me. Goofy cover, but a good album. On Roadrunner. Riot, I've got that one. Great album. Didn't pay that much. King Diamond Them. Not too sure if that was an original. MOD, I keep seeing that at this market. He never seems to sell it. Pile Driver. The fake band. More Testament. I think you can complete your whole Testament collection at this market. Vicious Rumours, great album, and a very good price on that. Took me a while to work out what this band was. I had to Google it. Show No Mercy. Not a terrible price. Iron Maiden's first album. Again, not a terrible price if it's an original. This Goblin Suspiria Japanese press. That's probably worth that. And more Nessie. This is a later Dark Funeral album. It's not worth that. Yet more Testament. Very expensive on that one. Blood Incantation ambient album. And even more Testament. $100 for the first one's not bad. I wouldn't give you $1.50 for that Soulfly. So I picked up 3 records today at the fair, and before I get into showing them, I have to have a little rant. I can't believe some of the prices that were being charged for at this fair. I know Discogs is a blessing and it's a really useful tool for cataloguing your stuff and for casting the net wide when you're selling or when you're buying. I bought stuff from all over the world, so therefore, yeah, the prices, they fluctuate and they have to accommodate a global market. If you're selling records at a fixed position record fair in a suburb of Sydney to maybe 200, 300 people, do you really think you should be charging more than the Discogs price? No. And that was what was really taking the fun out of it for me. I got some bargains. These were actually pretty well priced, what I picked up. And there's some other stuff there that was good and priced well that I already had or just didn't want to get. But those thrash albums, sure, they were in great condition. That was really, really expensive stuff. So, I imagine nobody bought any of those. And next time I go there, the same copies of Rain in Blood and that same copy of Death Symbolic, which was not even an original press, a reissue for $400, it'll still be there. But that's enough of the rant. Let's talk about what I picked up. First one I picked up, got this one for a very good price. It was advertised for 30 Australian, which is, I don't know, currently probably about 18 US. I got it down more because the cover was a bit rubbish. Savage with Hypertrace. Hyperactive, not Scanner. Scanner is Hypertrace. Savage is Hyperactive. I'm feeling a bit hyperactive. As you can see, excellent cover image. But it's got a Japanese sales sticker on it. It was apparently 110 yen at some place. But the real issue is twofold. You've got obviously a big corner bend there. That's not so exactly wonderful to look at, but I don't mind that kind of stuff. It's really the plastic, the coating on the front of the cover and on the back. Some of it's coming away, you can see. And when I put it in my my nice crystal Dutch vinyl sleeve, it won't matter anymore. But it was definitely a factor in getting the price down, which I did. But so Savage Hyperactive. This is the band's second album from 1985. I think most people will be more familiar with the debut Loose and Lethal, great title, which has that armored dude riding a bike or a trike. He's cutting off heads with a spinning blade. I need to get that one. I've seen it at other record fairs before, and I left it there, which is a bit of a silly decision, but I should pick that up. It's on Ebony Records. I'd like to get that. But I've never seen Hyperactive in the record fairs before. And this was an example of... usually I go to record fairs and I'm a little bit time poor and I just go, where's the metal section? Metal. Da-da-da-da-da. Where's the next metal section? Oh, go through it. This was, okay, I did all the metal sections, took a deep breath. I'd already bought 2 records and went, okay, I got a bit of time. Let's go through the miscellaneous rock sections. And seriously, record store owners at fairs, you're doing yourself a disservice by not having a dedicated metal section. You've got record buyers and you've got metal record buyers. It's a bit of a distinct thing. You've got your techno section. I saw mountains of dance music getting their own section. I saw rap and R&B. When you throw your metal into rock, and the first thing I see is AC/DC, I'm inclined to not look. But I did. I went through the New Arrivals rock, and I found a lot of good stuff, which you would have seen in the video. This was one of them. And that's why I paid to actually go through the random boxes this time and get a bit of a banger. This album, British heavy metal, I think it might have been like a late new wave of British heavy metal kind of band. That's an Alan question. I don't really know. 1985. But what you do get is straight ahead British heavy metal with a real punch to it. It's got a seriously good production. Very, very heavy sound. It moves mostly at a fair clip. The track on side A that ends, you can't read most of this, or this futuristic computer font. Blind Hunger, red on light blue. Yeah, barely read. Yeah, side A closer, Blind Hunger. That's basically power metal. It's got a double kick that just goes the entire song, doesn't stop. That was a real belter. I really enjoyed that one. There's the guys looking not particularly threatening, but somewhat British. Got noodle hair there, got poodle hair there. Brilliant. A special thanks list on here to family and friends, and not forgetting Simon. Oh, isn't that nice? They called me out 38 years ago. I'm sure that was for me, absolutely. Yeah, so this is the first press, came in on Zebra Records, not a label I'm familiar with. They were also from the UK, and like I said, I got it cheap because of the not so great condition of the cover, but it's fine. I'm happy with it. The main thing about it is the record. Take a look in here. Now, I don't know if there was supposed to be an inner sleeve. I didn't get one. Haven't looked up if you're supposed to or not. So just a plain one here and a generic, I don't know. It's all in French. And the record, that's the main thing about this. And it looks kind of, it's VG double plus, maybe, like it's really nice condition. Yeah. And it plays like it's mint. That's the bottom line with this. The cover's a bit beat up. There's a few scratches on the record. But after a single pretty light wet clean and popped it on, not a single pop or crackle for the entire record. Just played like a brand new album. So yeah, that's the thing. Absolutely thrilled about that. I'll deal with a little bit of plastic coming off and whatever. I don't care. Gorgeous cover art. Immaculate sounding press, and yeah, a solid album. Savage, hyperactive, not hypertrace. The next one was the first one that I actually bought at the record fair. I saw it and I went, yeah, this one completes that collection. Well, at least part of the collection, and it made me happy to tick that one off. And it's a good album, of course, and you all know this one. Creator Extreme Aggression, the fourth album from Germany's Creator. Everyone in thrash, 80s thrash, knows this album. I'd say most people revere this album. For many, it's their absolute favorite Creator, possibly even their favorite of the entire German Teutonic scene. I've heard that a lot. But, hilariously, I got booed on the Heavy Metallurgy stream just the day before when I was watching and throwing crap in the comments, as I usually do, because I declared Extreme Aggression my least favorite of the first four albums. Marty was unhappy with my decision. But it's not saying it's a bad album. Just it's among three essential peers. I mean, something's got to be fourth, and for me, it's Extreme Aggression. And the only real reason is, I suppose, the vocals are getting a little bit nasally and high pitchy, and that's fine. But I really like the vocals on the first album, which are just total death. I mean, yeah, I like the primitive stuff. It's still a great album. That's why I bought it. And I got this for below market value. I did a quick Discogs. I actually knew roughly what this one's worth. It's not a hard album to find. I've had two sitting in my Discogs wish list I could have picked up at any point, and I knew what they were going for. This was a little bit less, and then I got him to take $5 off because that's the kind of guy I am. And yeah, little bit of ring wear, again, I don't care. No, it's like 30. Is this a 30-year-old album at this point? Bit older than that? Don't care. Could care less. Yeah. And the most important thing, it sounds fantastic. Another light, wet, clean. Popped it on. Immaculate. So that's the main thing about this one. This is not the Noise Records press. Take a look at the back. You see there's no Noise logo. This is the Epic Records. This is the US edition. I mean, potato. Kind of like having the Noise Records one, if that's what it was. But I'm not going to pick or choose. Epic Records one is fine, and yeah, it sounds great. So that's the main thing about it. No crackle, no pop, and just a good production. And so yeah, now I have the OG press of all first four albums. Let's consider Coma of Souls a stretch goal for the fifth album. That'd be happy. I'd be really happy to get that one. There's the lyrics, and the big Creator logo and thanks list, and a reference here, got Out of the Dark Into the Light EP that you can also pick up. I wonder if the Noise Records one's got the noise collage on one of the sides. I'm not too sure. But yep, just simple black. Again, very, very strong. Yeah, just a VG plus, I think. It's not like a double plus or anything. But yeah, Epic logo there. So different to your Noise Records that you'd be used to seeing, I think, most of the time. But yeah, US press. So I guess that's probably what American fans might be more familiar with. So there you go. Creator Extreme Aggression. I am extremely happy to add this one to the collection. It may be my 4th favorite Creator album, but they're all bloody good. And the third and the last album that I picked up, the grin on my face when I picked this one up, and the price. This was one of the rare examples of an actual deal at a record fair. I knew this one was worth considerably more. The guy even told me, you're getting a good price on this one. You know, you expect the sellers to say that kind of thing. But he was right. I got a really good price on this one. And cosmetically, it's the best condition one I picked up. Annihilator, Never Neverland. This is the Sophomore album from Canada's Annihilator, a band that was missing from my collection. So, yeah, that's an essential addition for me right there. A band I always wanted to get on vinyl. I mean, just trying to get all the good 80s thrash. It was going to happen at some point. But prices, when they do show, I haven't seen this one show up locally in a bit. They're always a little bit up there. They shouldn't be, really. But no, not this time. And particularly when I got home and I checked this edition in and went, I actually got a good deal on this. I don't know, maybe he's just had bad luck selling it or he's fairly nice. But anyway, this is excellent technical thrash. I assume you've heard them, but somewhere between like Paradox, Heresy, and Megadeth Rust in Peace. I mean, it's in that kind of ballpark, but Canadian flavored. This is the US press on Road Racer. We'll get it out in a sec, take a look at. I spun it just before filming this video here, and it is just such a good album. I'm really, really happy that I picked this one up. I think most people know Alice in Hell, the debut, and talk about that one a bit more. But this is just... it's practically flawless. There's one issue we'll talk about. It's great production, great guitar, really, really great vocals. But we could split hairs about the inclusion of the very silly Kraft Dinner song. But look, here's the band. It's 1990 at this point, and the thrash bands are starting to just a little bit goofy at times. And, you know, if you're going to do a song about Kraft Dinner, okay. Which is weird because some of this stuff is all, like Never Neverland. It's Alice in Wonderland, and there's themes to some of this stuff. Some of it seems a little bit deeper than normal, and then a song about Kraft Dinner. All right, whatever. The song is good. The lyrics are just stupid. But what's really good... actually, I'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at the record. So, yeah, Road Racer, and you got your Winners Don't Do Drugs thing down in the corner there. Very nice condition. Take a look in here. And we get the proper inner sleeve. Notes from Jeff Waters there. Talk about each of the songs. So there you go. Look, let's read about Kraft Dinner. A popular North American delicacy. This macaroni and cheese dinner is probably the heavy metal musician's best friend. By quote-unquote living off this stuff, I saved enough money to pay the rent on a rehearsal space and buy cigarettes each day. What a happy teenager I was. Kraft Dinner is full of love and butter. Man, whatever. I mean, some of the other tracks on here are completely different lyrically. Just, okay, whatever. They can have their silly song. There's the back there. More lyrics. And... not something I usually see, this kind of thing. So, again, pretty good VG+. Road Racer, a silver label. Usually with Road Racer, like I think my Beneath the Remains might be a Road Racer, and it's white, and there's a little bit of orange in the logo. You've got silver label. I can't say I've got one of those myself. So, yeah, that's cool, though. Annihilator's there. It's written Never Neverland in cursive. Great condition. And let's get it back into the inner sleeve. Lovely. And, yeah. Stoked to pick this one up. And I was going to say before, just before filming this, while I was listening to this, it's just the ridiculous timing. And this just reinforces Marty's probably correct statement that all the OG thrash goes to die down here in Australia, and I managed to find it, or Brendan Von Doom finds it. As I was listening to this, somebody listed on Discogs Alice in Hell, and I threw him an offer and he accepted it. So, yay! I have that one on its way. Less than 24 hours, about 24 hours after I picked this one up, I've got the debut coming as well. Okay, that was just good timing. It's been on my wish list for eons, and it showed up today. Great, that's fine with me. And that's going to pile up with a bunch of OG thrash that is either sitting behind me here and I haven't shown, or is coming. There's some more things coming. OG thrash, you've got some OG death metal, an OG black metal coming. That was a nice find, but there's going to be an OG update coming out very soon with a lot of really good records. But for now, Annihilator, Never Neverland, the third and last record I picked up at the markets, or at the fair anyway. I had a good time. I had my rant, but I got 3 really good records that were all really well priced, and I'm very happy with them, and the quality of the music is excellent. So that's what it's all about. Hope you enjoyed coming along with me. It's a bit hard to film in these record fairs because there's people elbow to elbow, and you know, it's just I don't want to spend my time filming and then lose out on something. So, you know, you get what you get. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video and seeing what I picked up. If you did, please like, subscribe, check out this thing. See you next time.